Hi, everybody. This is Dan Bauer with SERVPRO the Southtowns. We are here with another edition of SERVPRO's Awesome Advent, where we are going live to bring a little bit of positivity to people's lives every weekday here at 10 a.m. up until Christmas. Today, we have very exciting guests here. We've got Marianne Megan and Debbie Cleary from Feed Hamburg, which I am sure that you have heard of if you've been outside, and definitely okay if you haven't been outside. It's snowing and there's a pandemic going on, but Feed Hamburg is everywhere. They are doing awesome work. They are helping the community a lot, and they're very, very visible and very active. So I wanted to talk to them so they could kind of elaborate a little bit more on what they do and how people might want to get involved. So Marianne, Debbie, thank you for meeting me here virtually. I was hoping maybe Marianne, you could, because you were talking about this before we started. What is Feed Hamburg? How did it start?
Well, Dan, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share information about Feed Hamburg. We're basically a grassroots effort that started at the beginning of the pandemic when people were not able to get out. And Nicole Deka, who really is the genius behind our group, wanted a way to assist these families. And so we had food collections and donations. And we originally started in Old Time Baptist Church on Camp Road, and members of that community really helped as volunteers. And we had neighborhood street collections, and that whole idea grew so that we are a food pantry that is pretty much funded by the community, and they in turn then their donations then are given to families. We started out reaching out to social workers and counselors in the schools, and then we realized that we were only targeting families with children. So we started reaching out to churches as well as to senior services. And we've kind of spread the word that we are available to help them out with non-perishable foods, paper products, cleaning supplies, as well as personal hygiene items. Since that time, we have grown exponentially. We have, since our inception, we've probably served over 500 households. We're here Wednesdays and Fridays, and people, they can either contact a phone number that we have with a volunteer, or they can go on our website, and then we figure out what they need based on their responses. We have volunteers who pack them up, and then they come and pick them up from us. And presently, we are located at the Iris Housing Complex at 4150 Souls Road. So we have just grown, and it's amazing how many people we have been able to help. And it's also gratifying to know that the community supports us so tremendously.
I feel like the short answer to this question is just going to be like COVID-19, but I am curious the long answer. What was the inspiration for starting a new organization here in Hamburg? Why start something?
Nicole Deka. I think Nicole, with work in the schools and in the town, just continues to look for new ways to support families. So there is a food pantry at St. Peter and Paul's Church. There's also another one in Blaisdell. We just seem to fill the gap. And I think initially because we were reaching out to schools and trying to support the families in schools. But as I said, now it is much more far-reaching than just the school. We have a number of churches that make referrals to us, as well as a lot of the seniors, because we're located in the senior complex. Many of them come here as well.
I'd love it if you could maybe tell me about some of those families that you helped. Does anybody stick out in your mind as a place where you really made an impact?
I think that some of the families really, there were people who in the very beginning who were not able to get their unemployment for weeks on end. and they were desperate, and so they were able to reach out to us. We do have some families that come often, and we supplement what we can for them, and they're very thankful. The people who come here are very appreciative and thankful. Many of them have young children. We've been able to provide some families with diapers and formula for their young children. And it's just been really gratifying to know that we're reaching out to some people that may not have known what is available to them in the community.
And have you seen that the type of needs change or the level of need change since like March or April when this pandemic first started, now in December, geez. But yeah, have things changed or has it been pretty steady?
It's pretty steady. I think initially the earlier months were much higher. Those months we actually had volunteers drop off to people's homes. At the point where we moved from the church into the building here at the senior center at the Iris Housing Center, we have it where people come pick up. But it's inconsistent. Sometimes we'll have 15 families that we serve in a day. Other times, now like today, we have 8. But then also we have people coming and calling our number, and we just try to set them up for whenever.
Great. I think, and apologies to the people at home. I think, Zoom is, as it sometimes does, slowing us up a little bit. So thank you for bearing with the technical difficulties, because this is good information. This is happening in your community, and it's, I think, important for all of us to be aware of what's going on. So,
And I wanted to,
oh, sure, go ahead, Debbie.
I wanted to give you the phone number for people to call in case
Yes.
they're interested in needing assistance. It's 436-8415.
Let me, so I will put that,
And they can call. Mary will answer,
And she'll talk to them about their needs.
and she'll talk to them about their needs.
cool. We will make sure to put that in the comments in the description of the video as well, so that people can have that right at hand if they want to get involved.
Thank you.
Now so you guys are at the pantry right now. I was wondering, could you, we're virtual. Could you show us around, to kind of show us what you're working on?
Yes, I thought what I.
Yes, I thought what I would do is, we are in the back room right now, and you can see that we have boxes of food. We're preparing to boxes for families for Christmas. So we have our little assembly line here.
And
And then
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna walk you into the pantry. Here we have volunteers packing bags for families. And then all of our pantry items are here on the shelf. Bags packed.
Is that Cindy there? Hi, Cindy.
Yes, that is Cindy. Say hi, Cindy.
Hi,
Yes,
hi
Dan, hi.
everybody. Hi Dan. Hi guys. Hi SERVPRO of the South Towns.
Hello, hello. So as I
But
think,
yes, we're enlarging, hopefully, and making more space and room to get more things out to families,
awesome. So I think
more essentials.
as folks can see at home, this is a big operation. There's a lot of stuff there, but there's also a lot of need. And I think one of the most interesting and inspiring things about Feed Hamburg that we kind of discussed already is that it really was one person just seeing a gap in the community and then deciding they were the one who was going to fill it. And if you take anything away from this, I hope that you see that, if you make that decision, if you see that need and you decide to be the person who's going to address it, you can make a huge difference. And more than that, people are going to follow you and want to support you and want to get involved when they see that you are really making an impact. I'd love to know a little bit more, guys, about your community partners as well. Who's been really supportive? Who have you been working with? Who's helped you to make an impact? You mentioned some churches, some other organizations. Anybody else come to mind?
Know that when Nicole started this organization, it was with local restaurants.
Yes, I wanted to let you know that when Nicole started this organization, it was with give free meals to families on a daily basis, to bring meals from their restaurants. And then we added the seniors as well to have meals delivered that we purchased from different local restaurants to provide food for them. And that was on a delivery service as well.
Awesome. You're spreading that love around, spreading that support around to businesses that need it. That's great.
Yes,
And
top supermarket.
recently, yeah, I'm sorry, Deb. Recently, we partnered with Warm the Children so that we could refer some of the families from Feed Hamburg with their program. So I think we just continue to look for ways that we can work with other agencies or other businesses. And Debbie will tell you a little bit about TOPS and our partnership with them.
TOPS, we've been working with the TOPS supermarket on South Park. The manager there has worked closely with Nicole, and they've just had a recent grand opening, and they provided us with a gift card to purchase food items. They also gave an additional gift card to the Hamburg police, and they in turn turned that over to our food pantry. So we received both gift cards to purchase additional food that we don't have here in the pantry.
Wow. I love that. So, I mean, really is a community effort. Everybody's really getting their involvement in.
It's just amazing, Dan. It really is. The people in our community giving back to others. I answer the questions on the website, and so many people ask, what can I give? Where can I drop it? I'm constantly answering questions to that.
Sure. Well, let's put a finer point on that. I'm inspired to say I wanted to get involved. What do you guys need? How can people help?
Well, one of the things that we do is we put on our Facebook page items that we may need. We are pretty well stocked right now, but there's always, we're lacking things like cleaning supplies, sometimes hygiene items. But people who are interested can either drop off donations to us Wednesdays and Friday mornings. They can donate on our website, or they can check us out on Facebook and note what we might be just lacking in. For example, Two Scoops, the ice cream shop in Hamburg, they had some donations, and they reached out to us and said, what do you need? So this morning, they're going to be dropping off some of the items that we requested. So people in the community just continued to look for ways to support us as well.
Awesome. We're big Two Scoops fans here, so I love to get involved.
Aren't we all?
Awesome. So let's flip that question around. Say I'm somebody who really is hurting right now. How can I get assistance?
Well, the first step is to call that phone number, 436-8415, and Mary will answer, and she will talk to you about what your needs are. We then put that on a spreadsheet, and we, as the pantry people, work out and package all the things that you need. Also, Nicole Dayco will, if there's other social work type needs, to help them reach out to those in the community. She helps as a liaison for families to help them get organized and with it and adjusted with that different agency.
Awesome. So awesome Adventers, people out there in TV land watching. Feed Hamburg is here for you. If you are hungry, they're here for you. But if you need more than that, if you have different needs, if you need to talk to a social worker, if you're struggling in different ways, this organization is doing a lot more than just feeding people. They are nourishing people right now when they really need it. on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a level of family. So they absolutely deserve your support. I think we're gonna sign off, and I'm gonna put all of the info in the description here, the phone number, links to your website, anything else. But any last words, anything you guys want to say so that people can get involved or learn a little bit more about you?
Thank you so much for bringing this out into the community and sharing with them what we are doing and what everyone else is helping us do to support our community here in Western New York.
Yeah, thank you, Dan, and a huge thanks to the community that supports us, because we really could not have done what we have done and continue to do without the donations that keep pouring in from the local community.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. I will I'll get this, I'll post it, and I'll post all that info so people can get involved. And if they have any questions, I will certainly send them your way to get started with you guys. So thank you again. This has been SERVPRO's Awesome Advent, and we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you, Marianne and Debbie from Feed Hamburg.
Thank you, Dan.
We'll see you guys soon.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.